Hello friends, today I am going to teach you about the arrays in Python. We will see in this video step by step that how can we work with the arrays and how can we use them. So let's start. Here the arrays stores group of elements of a same data types. One thing keep in your mind that you cannot use multiple data types just like a list. We were using the integer, float, string, we were written there all those things together. But in this arrays, just we have to write only one data type. So here you can see that there is a real world examples of array. Group of students, you can see in the group of student there is no any teacher. If you talk about the group of teachers, you can see that there is no any other student or principal or any other thing. And group of dogs, you can see that there is no any other element in group of dogs, just like elephant, cat or any other thing. So arrays means just only one data type you can use in the group of similar data types. Group of only one data type you can use in arrays. So now programming example of arrays, you can see here integer, it is 1, 2, 3, 10, 20. And if we talk about the string, A, B, C means similar data types. Only one data type is used there. Float and 2.3, 4, 5.6, 7, 8.4. These were the similar data types. So we can use only one data type in array. Now these things you have to remember that first thing in the Python, the size of arrays is not fixed. Array can increase and decrease their size dynamically. Second number, array stores a group of elements of same data type. Third, array and list are not same. Fourth, array uses less memory than list. Why we need array? For an example, we have a roll numbers of students 101 to 110 or so on. So we are going to creating a variables. For an example, creating variables for each one separately. I have created a variables for everyone separately. Now if I am going to print them, every variable I have to write in print function for printing their data. So it is a long term. So if I need that I want to make just like a same data types variable and print them, so that will be easy. It's a long term. If you see here, there are 10 variables. So I will have to write here 10 variables for printing there's all the data. So it's a long term. So now these are the two types of array. One dimensional array, it's also called the 1D array. Student roll number, this is a 1D array. One dimensional array for a single dimensional array is a type of linear array. This is also called the linear array. Accessing its elements involves a single subscript which can either represent or row or column index. And it's also multi-dimensional array. It's students, subjects, marks. So now I have to print the different marks for the two students. First student, these are the marks of first students, and second students, these are the marks of second students. So for that, you have to remember these for type of array we can refer these charts. We have to use these charts while printing the arrays elements. So now see here type code. These are the type codes. From the left side, B is capital B, U, H, capital H, I, capital I. These are the type codes. Now this is a C type, signed character, capital B, unsigned character, and smallest B is a signed character. It's a integer, and it's a size of it's in the byte, it's 1 byte. So right side you can see these are the size of bytes, And you can see in the Python types, these are the data types which we are going to use, and you can use them easily by seeing that there's the flow of chart, that how can we use them in the array. For using the arrays, you have to import the arrays. First of all, this is the first step for the importing arrays. From array, import all. Static means all. This is the first step. Second step, you can import also just like this. Import array as a ARR. You can give here any name. So I have given there ARR. This is the first part where we are going to import the array. So I have run. See, otherwise this is a second part. You can import the array, both of these things. So I have to run this. Now this is my first array. Vals equals to array I. These are the codes which I had told you already. For type of array, we can refer this chart. These are the values. Means I am going to use the lowest form of I. So see here, I have used here I. Then these are the values of integer. All the values are the integer. There is no any other value in this array. So now I'm going to print them, this one. With the printing and the value of that, I am also checking the data type. So if I run it, see the array, it has been printed. Then after that, it's also printing the data type, that which is the data type of this one. So it's an array. Now with a different data type, you can see that these are the same variable. Vals equals to array I 598.5. see, this is a float value. If I run it, see, it is integer argument expected got float. It means that in the array of integer there is a given float value, so that's why it cannot be run. Now negative values, lowest I. If you see here that vals equals to array I, if you are going to use the I type, in the I type you can use only positive and negative, both values you can use there. 59 minus 8 I am going to use there. So if I run it, see the values has been printed. Now negative values with capital I. So I am going to use here capital I, and same values are there. So if I run it, see there is error. It means that you have to follow the rule of these things, these type codes. If you don't follow the rules of type codes, then there will be error in the program. As I have given the capital I, and I have also mentioned there the minus 8, so you can see that I got the error. It means that can't convert negative values to unsigned int. Now functions, address and size of array. See, vals equals to array, this is a smallest. I'm going to use here integer. All the values are integers. These are the functions. See, buffer info. If I remove this one, if you want to use them, so type dot and tab. There are all the functions which you have to use in this array. So I'm going to use this one. So with the using of buffer info, I will get the address and size of array. So if I run, see buffer, now I have to give the brackets. So if I run it, see this is the address of array and this is the size of array. It means that this array is 5 bytes array. Vals equals to array I, this is the integer values. So vals dot reverse, I'm going to reverse the values of this array. So if I run it, all the values have been reversed. So with the using of reverse function, you can get the negative values. So you can use so many functions in the array. So indexing, now see here, I'm going to print the values with the help of indexing. Vals equals to array I, these are the integer values. So I'm going to print the index 0. So if I run it, see there is a 5. Instead of 0, if I run here, instead of 5, if I give here index 5, See, there is no index. So if I give here 3, see 4, I got the 4. So with the help of index you can use these things. Now for loop with arrays. I have created a vals variable here equals to array I, then the values of array, it's integer values. So now for this is a new variable which I'm going to store all the values in x variable in range 5, because our array's range is 5, that's why I have given there 5. Then print vals x. So if I run, see all the values have been printed. If I remove vals here, then same values will be printed, see, one by one, because it's into for loop. When we don't know length of array, for an example, if you don't know what the length of array, then you can use these things. Vals equals to array I, then these are the values of array, these are the integer values. For x in range length, you have to use the function of length, then after that given variable where you are already stored the values, that a variable you have to write here. After that you have to print with the help of new variable of for loop x. So if I run it, see all the values have been also printed. How? I have these values already. Now I am going to print them, but I don't know the length of this array. So now I have created extra variable which I am going to use them into for loop. So for x in range length, I am going to find the length, that what's the length, but with the length I am going to print all the values. So then print values x. So I have already run this program, so that's why I got the output just like this. Here for e in vals, this will be executed with the help of vals, because already the values have been stored into vals variable. So here for e in vals and print e, see all the values have been printed with the help of for loop. Now this is a new variable I'm going to write here, just like a. Then I have to also change all the variables here. A. See here, this array is regarding this array about to string values. All the values are string, but I have used their type code u. If you see here, u means py Unicode, means 2 bytes. Its size is 2 bytes. So for e in a are the values, this value will store all these values and this print. See, all the values have been printed. Now new array, it takes one by one values from the vals and put into new array. It means that this array will create new array, and the data of previous array that will take in new array. So how? See here, vals, this is a previous array I, these are the values of array, these are all the integer values. Then I'm going to create a new array. Say a new array equals to array vals dot type code, then a for a in vals. Then I'm going to print the for e in new array. I'm going to print all these things. Then if I run it, see all the values have been printed in the front of you, because see here, this value, it means that all these values of new array will be stored into this one in for loop. That's why I'm getting output just like this. Now this is the last. So square of numbers. How can we square the numbers in array? Vals equals to array I. These are the integer values. Now new array, I have created their new array. New array equals to array vals dot type code. Then I'm going to powers. It means square of array. That a square, a for a in vals, for e in new array. These values will be stored into e. Then print e. If I run C, you can see the values. These are the values all. So first value see here 5. 5 5s are 25. 9 9s are 81. 8 8s are 64. 4 4s are 16. 2 2s are 4. Then 45s are 45. Then 45s are, see here, 2025. These are the multiplication with the values. That's why I am getting the square of 5, it will be 25. Square of 9, it will be 81. Square of 8, it will be 64. So guys, this was about the square and how can we get the values in square. So I have taught you each and everything in this video. I hope so you will like. If you have any question, you can ask me directly. So guys, subscribe my channel as you can be connected with my. So thank you guys for watching this video.